Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prime Time Rocket League. My name is Glitch, aka Grayson. So happy to bring you guys all the action tonight as your CIU Gold team are going up against RIT White. A matchup that's even on paper, but we're going to see what happens later tonight. Before we get into any of that, let's talk about a little bit about last week. Coming off a very dramatic loss, week 1 to SAU. We had the reverse sweep. We did fall just a little short, losing the series 3-2. We did have that game 5, and that was 1-2, remember for sure. Even though we lost to week 1, we got a bounce back opportunity tonight against RIT. I'm looking tonight for Gingy, TimeX, and Casey to play their aggressive style of Rocket League. It was a team effort last week to get in that comeback opportunity. So let's see if they can carry that all the way into this week as well. You heard me say their names. Our starting 3 tonight are Gingy, TimeX, and Casey. The most experienced team, I think, right now in the league, and we love to be able to say that because this is a great program that can boast and be prideful of their athletes. Before we move on, a little bit of a plug here. If you are interested in being a part of this wonderful esports program, then you can contact our interim coach, Scotty Grigsby, at scottydgrigsby@gmail.com. My wonderful producer, Steven, will throw that email up in the chat. So that way you can get on the path to becoming a Ram. Shorter will be joining us momentarily. He was a little behind, had some things going on, but very, very excited to have him join us. Tonight, we're going up against RIT White. If you are unfamiliar with them, they are very familiar with us. We played them last year. We did beat them a few times, and we're excited to see what happens tonight. So again, I said an even matchup on paper, but you never know with this esport. Speaking of this esport, if you are unfamiliar with this esport, it is Rocket League, one of my favorite video games of all time. It is soccer with cars. The whole point is to score more goals than your opponent. So we'll see if CIU Gold can do that tonight against RIT. As the game progresses, you're going to start noticing more and more on the field. There are boost pads, little tiny pads on the field. Those give you boosts. You're going to see 6 orbs in the perimeter of the field. Those give you 100 boosts. Why is boost so important? Well, boost is important because it gives you 100% boost immediately. The orbs are important. Boost itself is important. We got a lot going on. I think Shorter is up. He's here. Let's go. What's up, Shorter? Welcome, brother. All good, all good. Shorter, happy to have you with us. I was just explaining this wonderful esport and getting caught up on boost right now. Boost is so important because it gets you up, over, and sometimes through your opponent. And when you go through your opponent, we call that a demolition. Why are demolitions important, Shorter?
Because then you are up a man. If you get one demo against the other team, that is 3-2. You have a chance to push forward, but also maybe you clear out an area that man was occupying. So let's say if it was in a goal, then you demo that guy, the goal is free and open until one of the defenders can get back and cover that. So very good when timed correctly.
Absolutely. And speaking of time, we are very, very short of it before the games start. I see people joining the lobby. The engines are revving. Are we ready? said, are we ready?
Yes.
Let's get it, boy.
All right, 5 minutes on the clock, 0-0. And CIU with first possession going into RIT side of the field in front of goal. Casey tries to get a shot, but it does not go in. And Timex stops the ball once, twice, thrice, but it gets knocked in by RIT.
Yeah, so tonight we're gonna hear a lot about rotation, and you're gonna hear that word a lot from me and Shorter. Rotation is when you go from defense to offense collectively as a team, and we saw a lot of good rotation practices, good habits last week from CIU. It was a collective team performance. Even though they did drop the first game of the season, but Casey says, "Hey man, let's get it started." 1-1.
All right, Casey coming up from mid, down mid, pass to the defender. 4:31 on the clock. And you have first touches by Grigsby. Time X has a shot on goal. Gets defended. And now Casey with Grigsby behind him, pushing up right side in the air, off the ceiling. Oh, the ball gets stolen from him, but Time X is there at midfield on the cutoff. Setting it up. Can he get a pass? He does not. Casey on the shadow, Grigsby behind him. Grigsby waiting, shot on goal. Broken up again. Oh, we do have a demo, as we talked about, as CIU is trying to get back on D. Grigsby with the stop, Casey with the touch. Grigsby passed it, open net.
Oh, 2-1, baby. Let's go.
Once again, just like last week, we do want to give props to Grigsby for making the hardest shot in Rocket League.
Open net.
All right, 3:51, not much time expired on that point. The setup is here. Casey's the only one on defense. I don't think CIU realized what was going on. Good job by Casey. Staying grounded and waiting for the ball. Good stop by Grigsby in the corner. Timex, disruption. Casey on the follow. One touch, but no boost. Grigsby gets the ball pass.
Oh.
Casey gets a demo.
Oh, I was a little ahead of it.
Timex sets it up. And now Grigsby, the one man at mid, gets the stop. A little over 3 minutes as Timex tries to push the ball forward, getting a couple touches, but nothing quite connects. Grigsby front post, Casey behind him. Casey on the good stop. Timex is on the follow. Coming up the left side, gets a touch to mid. And it gets deflected out from in front of the goal.
Oh, that's a great shot.
RIT did get behind CIU in the air and had an open shot.
So 2-2, 2 minutes, 40 seconds left. It's the first game, and we talk a lot about the first game. How it's basically like two fighters going at each other. First round, you don't know what the other team's gonna bring, but in this case, these teams are familiar with each other. They know what style of play each other are gonna bring, so that's why you're seeing a little bit more aggressive play from both teams. It's not like reserved. They're both going for it, and that's what you want to see from a round one. Tonight should be a really, really good matchup.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good shots by CIU on goal and just good defense by RIT, but I believe that CIU can connect on those eventually. As long as you keep setting them up, eventually one will go in. A pass to mid from Casey. Grigsby pushing it forward with Timex in the corner.
Oh,
Grigsby follows. Casey, front man, Timex behind him. Casey does not get the cut, but Timex coming out of goal. Shot from long, trying to set up the follow.
good communication there from Casey and Grigsby. One thing you pointed out last week, Shorter, was passing. So You didn't point it out directly, but you just called it out a lot. CIU was really creative with their passing. They last week they were pretty accurate. I don't know. I'm not going to do the math and do percentages, but they were fairly accurate with their passing, and I think that was a key to their success. Even though they lost, they brought it all the way back from a 2-0 deficit, and that was a lot to their passing. So I want to see that again tonight as they carry over some momentum into week 2.
Absolutely. As long as you're building on that chemistry, like that's going to take you far. Even if it's not necessarily resulting in an immediate like 3-0 sweep win, sometimes like just building the foundation now is what you want to set up for going into the playoffs.
Sure. Yeah, it's a long season. You're going to have to build good habits. Even though this is an experienced team, you still want to build those good habits as a team and play the best Rocket League towards the end of the season.
Yeah. Playoffs ultimately are what matter the most.
Yeah.
As long as you get there, you still have a chance to win it. All right,
Speaking
demo in front of goal.
Oh, that's going over.
No, it's not. I thought it was too. They got to keep the ball out. There we go.
Time.
All right, first goal to go in wins this game.
Yep. And you're going to notice the clock's counting up.
Wow.
We'll talk about it next time.
We'll take that.
Yeah. Unfortunate there. That's just a bad touch. But hey, a goal is a goal. You're doing a good job of putting it in that situation for that defender to have to deal with that. And CIU take game 1.
Yeah, I call that a Bob Ross because it was a happy accident. You know, and we love Bob Ross here.
Absolutely.
Great guy.
Friend of the program.
Yeah, friend of the program. All right. CIU takes the game with a 3-2 score in overtime. Glitch, anything that you see that needs to be changed or cleaned up?
Yeah, I think just its first game. Rotations are kind of iffy. But that, I mean, like I said, that's just first game warm up. You can warm up all you want against other opponents, but when it's time to play your opponent, the mistakes are going to happen. So clean up the rotations. It was not pretty Rocket League. They had to play some good defense in times, but there was like a 3-minute stretch where just nothing happened. So ended up being 3-2. I think if you're CIU, you definitely want the aggressiveness to crank that up. You're going to want to score goals, score them early, so that way you can build on that lead and focus on building good habits. So let's see what happens in game 2.
And game 2 starts now. First touch by Gingy with Casey on the follow. It goes RIT's way onto the CIU side of the field. Ball bounces over Timex. There is a pass and a shot, and it's stopped by Gingy. Then he bounces, pinches off the wall with Timex on front post, Casey following. A little bit of a miscommunication there. Timex misses the ball in the air. And now Casey, lone man on goal, does get the stop. And Gingy pushing the ball forward.
Oh.
And shot on goal. All 3 guys were there. Triple chow.
Uh-oh. All right.
Ball goes over Gingy. Casey is there but does not get it out. And the ball is on goal. Timex with a stop. Gingy following it out into the corner.
Nice. Okay, and that's kind of what I was talking about at the intermission. Their Rocket League isn't pretty right now, but so gonna have to clean it up. Get the ball clear sooner. Good save.
Great save.
And get the ball clear sooner, so that way you can build on attacks. They're struggling to get the ball out right now.
Yeah, just like that. You see, who is it? Casey does get a touch to try to clear it, but he gets chowed, and it ends up just putting the ball right in front of goal.
Yeah.
All right, 1-0, and not even a minute has expired yet, so plenty of game left. Or actually, just kidding. A little over a minute has expired.
I'm like, dang.
Yeah. The game is 5 minutes, not 4. Samwell for RIT, one touch, tries to get the follow, and then his teammate does not get the goal as Gingy was there, defensive presence. Casey on a chow in midair, Timex on the follow. Ball is on RIT side of the field. CIU has a chance to take a shot.
Oh, that was a smart shot.
Yeah, those kinds of shots, even if they don't go in, like you have to have a presence there and get your car on the ball. Timex gets the ball past the defenders. It's a 3v1 right now as RIT tries to get back. Timex cannot get possession. Genji with a touch. Timex with the bump. Ball is in RIT side of the field still. And now it's up to Genji to go front post.
Yep,
as he does.
Now. Rotations are on. There it is. Nice. That's good defense there from CIU. They're forcing RIT to go back into their own half. And now they can play their style of Rocket League. Look for someone to come up here.
Ball was just not quite there, but CIU has a chance to cut this at midfield. That is not on.
Nice.
Watch the follow. Good job by Timex, but they have to get back in. Good rotations by Genji.
Yeah, that's great. That's great team rotations. An even better demo. Now the counterattack's on. Let's see if Timex can win his 50 here. He can.
Yeah, pushed into the corner. Has Genji waiting for the ball. Great patience by Genji.
Yeah.
And a nice pass, trying to set up Timex. Just not quite enough sauce on it. But a good intention, good try.
Yeah.
And a great stop by Casey there on front post.
Ooh. So you're starting to see CIU give RT a little bit of the taste of their own medicine. They are playing great defensive Rocket League. They're not letting RT get forward. They're challenging everything. Just like that, Timex, he's winning his 50s. Whereas in game 1 and a little halfway through this game, beautiful Rocket League.
Great job. Genji gets the touch, gets demoed, and that sets up a distraction. Casey just puts it behind the guy.
Yeah, that's just great adjustments from CIU. You love to see that. You love to see that because that's been definitely a weakness CIU in the last few years, is just adjusting throughout the game.
Yeah, and I just want to give a shout out after this point. Wow, great touch, Not much you can do on that.
Yeah, I mean, that's just good Rocket League all around solo play.
I just want to give a shout out to the 3-man play that they had earlier. It did not result in a goal, but to see their chemistry and setup, they had one guy on wall, one guy passed to him, and then another guy coming up for the follow when the guy on wall downed it.
Net,
that's on. That's on.
Oh.
Wow. Good save. Great pass. Oh. These guys are doing just about everything right. RIT is just also playing quite well, especially on defense.
Yeah, the hardest thing to do is beat a team when the ball bounces their way. And right now, the ball is definitely bouncing RIT's way. Even though CIU has a 1-game advantage, you're starting to see the momentum shift. And CIU, how are you adjusting to that? How are you forcing your opponent to make mistakes?
Wow. Another good play by RIT's. I'd have to see the name again to try to finish it, but just a good follow-up from the corner. Seemed like defensive rotations weren't quite there. All right, 3-1 with 20 seconds left. The game's not over, but CIU does need to put some offensive pressure on RIT if they want a chance at tying this game. But it looks like time's just going to expire.
Yeah, the main adjustment that we saw from RIT was just go at them, leave caution to the wind, and that's what they did. They went at CIU. They didn't give CIU room to breathe. And when there's less space between you and the goal, it's easier to score goals.
All right, 3-1. RIT takes that one. As we saw, like you said, they made some adjustments on offense and then still maintained their defense. Like I was saying before, I'm encouraged by CIU on offense, really trying to organize and actually like play together versus play like, whoever has the ball does something. So yeah, good things to learn from that game to take into this one. CIU still absolutely in it.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, it's 1-1 now, so.
Yeah. All right, time X, first touch goes RIT's side, but CIU seems happy to make sure their defensive rotations are on point and waited for the ball.
If you're CIU, I mean, you just got to keep swimming, Got to keep swimming to P. Sherman 42, Wallaby Way, Sydney, and you just got to keep swimming. So trust the process. You'll be all right.
4:30, and the ball is just hanging around on RIT's side of the field. See Casey. Oh no. Genji was trying to go for the bump. Kind of gets a little bit of a block. I don't think it would have gone in anyways. But a good shot by Casey. And then ball on goal by Time X. It wasn't going to go in with the defender there, but it did set up a good situation for our CIU to try to set up on offense.
Yeah. Now, you're starting to see CIU, they're sitting back a lot, and I think they're trying to play their counter-attacking style. But like they're just not having any space to go forward. You see all three guys are on their side of the field. You're going to have to start seeing some demos. I think that's what's going to be a huge adjustment here for CIU. Make some demos, get that man advantage, and let's see what happens.
A little bit of a tall task for CIU to try to get a goal on right now as they scramble on defense, trying to get their defensive rotations in. But you know what? I still believe in them. God gives his toughest battles to his handsomest warriors. And these guys, we've seen their profile pictures and their team photos. Yeah, handsome guys, true athletes, true students of the sport.
Absolutely.
And they are really working their patience, which is good. Great demo by Time X, setting up the flip reset by Genji. One more touch. Follow up by Casey.
Baby. Come on.
Here we go.
So here, Timex, you don't see it on your camera right now. Timex is on his rotation backwards, which allows Casey to go up into that space. A great pass from Genji, a great shot from Casey. All around team goal. Love to see that. 1-0, 2 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. Could be more. And it is. Let's go,
there
baby.
Is more.
Come on.
Genji setting it up perfectly for Timex to just give it a little dink and dunk.
I think just a little bit of urgency has been the difference in the last 30 seconds or so for CIU. They've been urgent, getting the ball forward. An opportunity presented itself, and they made the most of it twice.
Oh, great bump by Casey at mid, allowing his team to come up and get that clear. And now he's setting up the cross field. Genji going up. Casey with the demo. It allows them to get back on defense right now. And then Casey with the save. The aggressive nature that these guys have come out has been great. Casey on the pass, perfect to Time X. He does not get the open net. Genji tries to follow up with the down. And then Casey at midfield battling for the ball. Still fighting. Genji touch towards goal.
Oh yeah, baby, come on.
Look at that boost management. Minute 40 on the clock, and Casey in front of goal. Easy stop.
Demo.
Genji keeps the follow-up at bay as he gets the demo, and then Casey gets demoed himself.
Oh.
Casey shot a little high on the follow. Gingy, I think it was coming in a little hotter than he thought it would. Timex setting up the cross over one. Casey, touch towards goal. Gingy, wow, denied right in front of goal. And Timex, good job on the cut to make sure there was not a fast break by RIT.
Oh, that's in. That's O in.
Oh, great bump.
Oh,
great bump by
Double
Casey.
bump.
Good shot by Timex. The teamwork on that play,
See if we can
phenomenal.
see Casey on our camera. Oh, we saw it. There it is.
Yes.
He gets that bump off camera, and then you see the second one on there. Good job from Timex though, from getting it on the, keeping it on frame. I was just about to say I want to see something out of Timex. Glad I didn't, because that would have been a curse.
It would not have happened if you had said it. Casey feeling himself, bringing ball up from the corner. Timex front post, Casey behind, going into the corner for the clear.
Pull it. Now we get out as a team, and it's open net. Open net.
Can he finish it? It's on the sidebar.
can.
He does. What a follow-up by Timex.
Look at his power shot. Oh.
Great par positioning. Didn't try to flip or overdo it.
You think Timex, his first year on the team, makes that play?
I don't think Timex, his first year was on the team.
His first year.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Anyways, my point being is that he's grinded, and he's turned into an elite Rocket League player.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Timex, it's been cool to be a part of this program from the start, just to see how these guys have progressed.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, 4-0, a resounding comeback by the CIU guys. I think they took that last game a little personally.
Oh yeah, they definitely Michael Jordaned it. They definitely took it personally, and they wanted to respond, and they did. So make it 4-0. They're 2-1 in the series, so they're on game point. They're on match point. If they win this, they do win the series. I think RIT is going to come out aggressive. I think that's what you need to expect. Play like it. It's 0-0. How we started seeing demos like left and right at the end of that game. So
RIT went for a demo there on Timex, but he was already moving.
Ooh.
The cross shot by RT does not get followed up, and then Timex off the wall disrupts the air dribble. Casey misses. Gingy front post gets the cut. Right now, CIU trying to keep the ball on RIT side of the field. A little back pass to Timex and a demo by Casey, but RIT fills the gap after the demo.
That's a fantastic play call. We saw a pass back. Casey gets lost, goes and gets a demo, and then we have a shot on goal, but it was lacking a little power, and it was an easy save in the end. But hey, the fact that these guys are able to have that kind of play call, that kind of awareness, is unreal. That was sick.
It is, and I love to see it, because even if it doesn't work, great setup and finish. I was going to say, even if it doesn't work one time, doesn't mean it won't work another time or another game.
Which is the beautiful part of this esport. All the possibilities in these games are infinite. Like the ball never bounces twice, 2 games in a row in the same place.
Free ball. RIT had a free ball at midfield and had a little bit of miscommunication.
I'm yapping away as we're about to get scored on.
Casey with time loses the ball, but Timex ready on the side. Casey gets one bump, tries to get possession of the ball. He's setting up a pass. Woo! To Gingy, a little high on the bounce, but a good look. Demo by Timex as he gets on the wall for the ball. Couldn't quite get there, but a shot on goal anyways by Gingy. Casey, lone man on defense, did make the clear, allowing his Timex and Genji to get back. They double chow, but the ball is not followed up by RIT, and Genji has a chance to push the ball forward as he does.
RIT are going so aggressive that they're they don't have any boost right now. So they're constantly searching for boost, and that's disrupting the rotations. CIU's going to take advantage of that soon.
Shout out to Timex on that great stop. 2:25 on the clock, 1-0. CIU either has to get another goal or just at least keep RIT from scoring, and they will take the series. But my advice is don't just get complacent with the one goal. Keep the foot on the gas until the very end.
Yeah. Let's see if they take your advice.
Great cross.
RIT is panicking every time the ball is on their half of the field, and that's because of what CIU's done all night long, all series long. You just love to see that. That's the type of Rocket League that these guys will want to play. They're affecting their opponents even though they're not touching the ball.
Minute 30 on the clock. CIU having to play a little bit of defense, but they are back trying to keep the ball on offense, working the midfield, trying to set up passes into the corner. Can Genji
nice.
get the cross? Not hard enough to get the follow as RIT was there, but Casey playing some good midfield defense, and Genji stopping the fast break.
60 seconds left on the clock.
With the ball on RIT's side of the field and under a minute on the clock. Let's see if they can score again. The cross to shot was not quite there, and Timex does not get the chow, but Casey, the man back, does get a good clear and then resets and stays back on defense. Just over 30 seconds as Casey pushes forward. The ball is going on the CIU side of the field. On goal, Timex is there, and Genji gets demoed.
All right, the last 20 seconds, you're probably going to see a shift from offense to defense. So the priority becomes defense.
Casey in the air, air dribbles, and then gets it under a defender. That actually spent a good bit of time.
Nice.
And a great stop and clear by Casey.
I have one more wave come their way.
5 seconds. As long as the ball gets out of the air and onto the ground, soon.
Weather the storm.
There
Nice.
it is. CIU takes the game in the series.
First win
3-1.
of the season, baby. Come on. You love to see that.
You really do.
So they, like Shorter just said, even though it took 4 games, they're gonna take the series 3-1. Oh man, that was good. Prime time, Rocket League.
Yeah.
These guys should play at 9 o'clock more often.
Yeah, that was good Rocket League by CIU.
I totally agree.
Like, I would say there were not really any glaring deficiencies or issues. When they got beat, it was usually just because RIT made a good play. And, you'll take that because that's going to happen in this sport.
Absolutely. And it shows how veteran this team is now. I keep mentioning it, but they're probably the most veteran team in the league that they're playing in. And it shows that there's leadership being practiced on this squad. When they can go down and lose a game 3-1, all momentum shifts to RIT, and then they come back and win 4-0. That's a huge bounce back, a huge response. And that game 3 definitely showed everyone watching that not only is CIU here to play this season, but they're capable of more than what they've done in previous seasons. So excited to see that. 1 week at a time, though. We are 1-1 on the season.
Yeah. Great game by CIU. As you were saying, good response. And I'm just encouraged by seeing the communication It's visible. It's there. They are actually setting up plays. It's not reactionary Rocket League. It is proactive Rocket League. And that's how you really go deep into the playoffs.
For sure. So next week, as we talk about moving on, advancing, next week will be 7:30 kick. Make sure to follow on socials to see when the game is in case there's a change. But we'll be right back here next week, and it'll be a doubleheader. We'll have gold and blue, as blue was on a bye this week. So double the Rocket League, double the fun. We'll see you guys next week. As always, no matter we win or lose, charge on, go Rams. You guys have a great week.
Charge on. Let's go.